It is oral presentation 19, Kalamazoo and Detroit, Michigan flight experiment from Mission 12. On.
Okay, this is called rust in microgravity. We are testing whether or not a piece of iron can rust in space. I am Sean Perucci, co-principal investigator.
I am Noah Aiello, co-principal investigator.
I am Danica McHugh, and I am a co-investigator.
Unfortunately, Katie Wolf could not be here. She is a co-investigator. We are in 6th grade. Our teacher facilitator is Mrs. Hammer. We go to St. Monica in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
About our experiment. In this experiment, we will be sending a small chunk of iron up to the ISS to see if it will rust in microgravity. In the Type 3 tube, we will have a gram of iron, half a milliliter of water, and 0.1 grams of cotton.
Procedure. On day 1, the clip between the water and the iron will be opened. The water will flow into the other chamber, and the test will begin. On every crew interaction day, the tube will be shaken vigorously. On the last day, the other clip will be opened and the cotton will soak up the water. This will help to make sure that the iron does not rust back in Earth's gravity.
Our hypothesis. We believe that the piece of iron will rust in space. Our tests have worked well, so we believe it's down to just whether or not the oxidizing process can take place in microgravity. This is all about having the right ratio of air to water inside the tube. Too much or no water at all, and there is no chance of rust, and the same goes with oxygen.
The errors we made. Throughout the process of the SSEP program, we have made mistakes. For example, we quickly found out that almost all, if not every part of a spaceship, is made of materials like aluminum or titanium. These cannot rust. From this, we are now somewhat changing our statement to, while there may not be iron on a spaceship, if the future comes and we have space colonies, then rusting will come into play.
Conclusion. The launch day itself was today, or the day of the conference, so we do not have information on the experiment. However, we hope it works out and nothing goes wrong. A lot of people have fancy scientific theories that they are testing, but people overlook the importance of small things like finding if rust can form in space. This experiment may have already been tested, but not that we know of, so we're going to do it ourselves.
With heartfelt thanks, we thank Mrs. Becky Wrights, principal of St. Monica Catholic School, Kalamazoo Regional Catholic Schools Foundation, St. Monica Catholic Schools Boosters, Kate Willard, Catholic Schools of Greater Kalamazoo, Advanced Director, Dr. Patrick Hammer, postdoctoral researchers from Michigan State University, and Mrs. Catherine Hammer, teacher facilitator.
Hi, I'm Augustus from Stamford, Connecticut. And so it was keen of you guys to make the observation that on most spacecraft, aluminum and titanium is used, and that doesn't rust. But have you considered other metals like copper wiring that might oxidize and the implications of your results on those processes?
One of the main reasons we weren't gonna use copper actually was because it takes longer to deteriorate itself, so.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, guys.
Hi, my name is Grace and I'm from Wisconsin. What made you guys think that the metal will rust instead of it will not rust?
We believe it'll rust because the only change will be that there's no gravity, so if anything, we might see more rust because there's nothing holding it down to the metal. So we think it might kind of flower out a bit more.
All right, thank you guys.